Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 3. Now, you will be able to tell immediately that we are in a different place, because I never explored this Vanatite crypt, and I guess I will take a look at that. Chances are there is not much of a dungeon here to begin with, because much of the map is immediately wasted. I mean, I don't know, who knows. This place being so warm. Oh, Vanatite phrase, painful death. I see, so this is probably a storage for liquid fire, if I had to guess. Which maybe means that we can steal some and use it later, or maybe it's just, I don't know, a lore-relevant place, and not necessarily helpful to my success. Anyway, that's only one thing that's different, though. I actually did return to civilization, made it quite the tour of... Well, I can't show you, unfortunately. Oh, you can! Switched maps. Okay, well, in that case... where did I go? Pretty roundabout. I checked a couple of places that I still had on my list. I checked a couple of places just because... I went to Kellogg, because my list said that there was a mage there, but he wouldn't train me because we had the Anama rings. Unfortunately, there was no option to just tell him, wait, these are not actually real. We're not with the Anama. But, I mean, whatever. I ended up getting my mage training anyway. I also just sold all my stuff. I immediately went from, I think, whatever I had at the time, not a whole lot, like 5,000 or so, to 28,000, just from selling the stuff in my junk bag. And then with selling all the stuff from Xaz's inventory, I reached a cap of 30,000 gold. So I probably wasted some there, but I mean, it didn't really matter at the time. And also, I don't think I actually went that far over to begin with. Well, next I went to... Well, the plan was to check Lorelei for the mansion, and I did. There were some rats in the storeroom, nothing super exciting. I briefly considered just including it in the video, but then I would have, paused for possibly a long time, and it was really not exciting at all. I went in 2 more times and nothing triggered then, so maybe more time has to pass before anything happens. I don't know. I then moved on... Or did I do something in Lorelei? I don't remember now. I did find a mage trainer somewhere who I bought basically all the spells from that I could, that I was still missing, and after that I did get the achievement to for maxing out 20 mage spells, so yay, I guess. I also found a trainer, a skill trainer. I think that might have been in Lorelei, actually. And I just decided to train all I could. That spent most of my money. Like, I was down to just over 10k after that. But it was somewhat useful. Actually, I gave everyone some levels in hardiness, so extra defense. Also quick action for more dodge and potential extra action points. Also certainly not useless. So in the end, the trip was worthwhile, I guess is my resume. It did take it didn't even take that long in real time. I guess I don't know. The day is being covered here. I think it's day 130. I think it might have taken only 3 or 4 days in game. So it wasn't even that bad in that regard. Either way, I moved on over to to Gale. And somewhere along the road, I also had an alchemist make a couple dozen speed elixirs, healing elixirs, even some magical or energy elixirs, just all kinds of elixirs. No invulnerability elixirs or potions. I don't know if such an alchemist even exists. That might be a little bit too overpowered, but we have plenty of those. I also took the time to redistribute all of our potions and elixirs and actually got rid of much of the low-level stuff, just sorting out inventory in general. I then took the boat over to Vila because I got the hint that someone hid some kind of loot in the inn there, and indeed, I did find something. It was a helmet. I then went up to Greendale, where I got another hint. Conveniently, it's very nearby. And I found some more loot where it was indicated as well, near a statue. Then I visited Taverno and spent literally the last of my cash and also many of my ingredients. In fact, There's the smith lady there, I forget her name now, who will, well, make items for you out of steel and focusing crystals mostly. I had her made some items at some point, and she still had the same assortment, so none of that was useful to me. But I did sell some more stuff that I had acquired along the path. And she also offers training. The only really useful things or interesting things were parry. So I bought 2 levels of parry for Rasluka. I did not buy a riposte because that costs 3,000 per level and just seems completely useless. And I was really running low on money. And then she also had something marginally useful to everyone, like gymnastics, I think? Gymnastics or quick action, one of the two. Maybe gymnastics. Anyway, so yeah, I ran out of money, and then I maybe did something relatively stupid, although, I mean, considering that I'm not going to have much of a use for this stuff anyway, I just had crafted some items that I didn't need and sold them to her. And also I looted the entire place because it turns out that apparently the general was so grateful to us that we were just allowed to take literally everything. So I picked up a bunch of weapons and stuff that were lying around, sold all that, and basically trained as much as I could with the money. So yeah, I'm basically broke now. Everyone gained quite a few semi-useful to reasonably useful skills. Our mage is now fully trained, as fully as the game allows, I guess. Yeah, so all in all, a pretty successful trip. We also got those 2 items that I'm going to show you. The first one from Vila was actually this dragon skin cap, which is arguably not that much better than what she had. Her previous helmet had a -10 to hit chance, which I don't think makes any difference at this point. It has a 12% mind effect resistance. That's pretty much it. It might have had hardiness instead of resistance. I don't know. It's pretty similar. Same armor too. I ended up blessing this one as well because I came across a blessing station. And then the other treasure is this Farsight band that was by the statue in Greendale. Not a bad item, but yeah, we have a 5% missile damage and 8% critical hit chance, and I feel like the 8% crit is worth more than 3% extra missile damage, as also reflected in the item's value. Also, the sensor band gives extra armor for what it's worth. So yeah, thanks but no thanks on that one. But I did end up using the dragon skin cap because why not? Okay, so I think that's all the changes. I mean, yeah, I already told you here. Everyone has plenty of speed elixirs available. I spread around the invulnerability potions for the inevitable final fight. I got rid of the energy potions, and they each have 18 energy elixirs, which should always heal them to full, or restore them to full, so there's that. Most people have 20 healing elixirs. Only has 15 because I ended up running out of Grey Mold, as you can see. What else? Oh yeah, one more thing. I also ended up collecting a lot more bags of meal, and I turned those in. I think it was 15 more, and the quest is still not done. So yeah, at this point I'm really not sure if the quest will ever be finished, like as in disappearing from the quest log. Not that it matters, but I was under the impression, I was led to believe that would eventually happen, but maybe it's just literally infinite now. Who knows? Okay, that's a lot of stuff out of the way. I think we're good to move on now. Oh. Okay, good. I was getting ready for a major disappointment here. What is this? I don't assume this altar is inherently evil, but I guess I can try. Yes. Nope, it's not evil. As expected. We're going to... I have no idea what to expect here. Maybe elemental damage? Oh, Wraith. Yeah, actually we might see some elemental damage, so... You enter a crypt. It is recent, incomplete construction, really. Several Vonatai were slain while taking these caverns and making the monster plagues. They have been laid to rest here. The cavern is dark and icy, and the smell of death is still fresh. Weird. Weirdly inconsistent as well. The cave is supposed to be icy, but we were told that an intense heat was radiating from outside, or from inside, from behind these walls? I what now? Did I... Oh, I accidentally clicked on her twice. That's extremely stupid. Let's not do that. That is very silly. Okay, also... I don't know, undead... Do these kinds of undead actually use any mental attacks though? I'm not sure. And we might also be dealing mostly with physical damage. Who knows? I am a little bit annoyed by the fact that I never found Cloak of Bolts level 3. I clearly missed that somewhere. I mean, probably. Because I kind of would like to use that. But, I mean, I would use it if it were level 3, but the way things are, it's just so much more efficient to use the Cloak of Blades. I mean, it's what it is. Right, buffs are applied. Okay. Sure. Run ahead and kill this one. Yeah, I guess I should really be switching to my fire sword. I should. But, oh well. I mean, I really didn't need to buff for this fight. Although, I mean, that being said, there are a lot of them. Let them come. Let them come, I say. Oh. Dazed, huh? Really, most of them are just not going to enter the fight at all. Okay, fine. I guess I'll attack you. Maybe I should be focusing on the raids. I mean, I can. Oh, actually, forgot that I already damaged this one. Yeah, well. This one's still not moving. Oh, what? Wait, what? Oh, he's still dazed. Ah, okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen just now. Why do I don't know. I keep not expecting to have action points left. Cave giant, huh? Oh, there's yet another one. Of course, there's one in each one of these little alcoves. Should not come as a surprise. Oh, Rasluka, sorry. Forgot about you. You know what? Let's fix that right away. Sorry about burning you. Here, have a healing. That's what friends are for. Roasting you and then making up for it. Okay, is this evil? I mean, nothing here seems particularly evil, I guess. Except me plundering these fresh graves, of course. But that's normal. So it feels so good to have room for all these cloaks. Let me tell you. Spell word. Come on. Get out of here. Okay, let's break some rocks. Huh? Okay. looks suspicious. Yep, you step into a small storage room. Maybe the stuff here is for the dead to use in the afterlife. Maybe it's just a supply cache. Unfortunately, as you enter, you hear an ominous rumble from the cave entrance. A wave of hot air enters the cave, and you hear a roaring sound. Okay. Great. I guess I can escape through here, huh? And I'll end up in this tunnel. Because obviously there's gonna be quickfire behind me now. Well, I'm not too concerned. Okay, there we go. Get some. Yeah, it even gives me a Stone Shadow Scroll. Nice. Speed potions, yeah. We have so many speed elixirs that I'm never going to use a speed potion ever, but you know what? I might as well. Let's get this to the priest. Because let's look, I leveled up recently. Maybe she'll get an extra level out of this. Yeah, everyone else is 34. She's fallen behind quite a bit. Oh yeah, I never looked at the skills. Yeah, everyone gained some hardiness, some quick action, some gymnastics as well, I think, maybe? She gained some parry somewhere? Where's parry? Oh, wait. This is parry. Doesn't look like parry. Looks like shield block, but okay. Yeah, well, anyway, so that's that. Break this open. Oh, there's a portal. Oh, okay. Easy. Alright, save and... Yeah, let's check out over here first, which looks less traveled. Okay, ultimately it doesn't matter because both paths just converge again. Fair enough. Oh, okay, well, let's find some random Vanatai patrols along the way. Why not? Okay, these are all warriors. Yeah, okay, can't reach that one, unfortunately, but it's okay. That keeps dealing not as much damage as I would like. Yeah, okay. Shaper lost his or her turn. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna hit these two. Could have looked for a better position, but why bother? Alright then. We're clearly getting close to Rentar-Ihrno's fortress here. You are on a huge stone bridge, almost a mile long, arcing over a massive chasm. It must be held up by magic. It's the only possible explanation. To the east, through the thick green-tinted mist, you can make out a massive, squat blue tower. The bridge is eerily unguarded. The Vanatai must have decided to hold some of their forces in reserve. Or they have no more guards. Either way, the path is clear to the tower ahead. Yeah, this is not a trap at all. Now that you're closer, you get a better view of the tower. It's enormous, and ghastly green light pours out of the windows. You can feel the power radiating from it even out here. Your long quest may finally be close to an end. Maybe. Okay, here we are. Keep off Rentar-Ihrno. Well, here goes nothing. Why is this place blasted? Well, the game lets me just walk on through, you pass through the gate and into the cavernous halls of Rentar-Ihrno's fortress. All around you, you can hear the alarmed shouts of guards rushing to do battle with you. Yeah, because they didn't see us coming literally a mile from here. Huh. The blue stones of the fortress walls, ceiling, and floor are all of one smooth, uniform piece, as if this place was not built but stretched and molded from the living rock of the cavern. The air crackles with power. To the east, through another set of gates, you can see the central hall of the fortress. Many Vanatai move back and forth in there, shouting and casting spells. And there is... okay, not Rentar-Ihrno herself. We are supposed to evade her, after all. Avoid her, even. This is not great. Maybe I should have stayed in this antechamber. Although it looks like this place can be blasted from above, perhaps, as indicated by these charred marks on the floor. That must be from some kind of test run, because I can't imagine any enemies actually coming here before us. But who knows? Yeah, these guys are not hostile yet. Although that's probably gonna change pretty soon. God, line of sight through windows. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to hit anything from here. Specifically these two guys. Yes, I will hit that guy, but oh well. I guess it's better than nothing. If we can check this one out. There we go. Why don't we do this? I feel like this is a fight where some buffs are in order. Okay. These just all turn hostile. I guess I could have used the fact that they weren't hostile yet to reach the back row with the shapers. Oh well, too late for that now. I mean, honestly, we could just move on through here, ignoring these guys entirely, and that's apparently what I'm doing. Yeah, why don't we do that? That seems like the best course of action by far. Why don't we play it extra safe too, and actually try to daze these guys? Hasted, huh? Why, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. Oh, okay, well. That one guy is allowed to have fun. Warrior, let's check out the Myrmidon. Oh, nice crit. Much appreciated. I guess I'll just keep spamming Divine Retribution. Well, not against a single enemy. That seems a bit excessive. Let's be slightly reasonable here. Alright. Ouch. Can we please just exit combat? No. Oh, because... no, never mind. Still works. Alright. Loot. And we'll obviously deal with these guys up close. Yeah, we regained most of that energy anyway. That's what I was expecting. Huh? Oh. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I meant no disrespect. Okay, that was not these guys. I was wondering. Can we... what? Oh, because it we still see that guy over there. Can we please exit combat? Well, I mean, kind of. It's gonna be initiated right away. Again. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We can do this. Never mind. I mean, we can do this. I was going to activate Adrenaline Rush, but didn't have the action points for it. No, never mind. It was a cooldown, that's what. Still not dead, huh? There we go. That was ugly. But it worked. Does it say here? Rentar-Ihrno's Hall. Wait. It says that here? Oh, with the huge chasm there. We'll check that out in a moment. First, we have to loot this place. Okay, some more herbs, I guess. Energy refill. I was hoping for a shield of some sort that might actually be somewhat helpful in here. Valentine Lord, ooh. Oh boy. 2, 3. Okay, that guy seems tough. Like a named enemy in all but the name part. Yes, okay, this should hit this guy, but not this guy. There we go. Perfect. The Lord is the Lord, not the Lord, you know. That other Lord is almost dead. There we go. So we won't find out what they can do quite yet. Did I hit this guy even? Maybe? No. Yes, I would have, but I didn't. Yes, but no, but yes. But let's just kill him the traditional way. These guys seem to respond much better to fire damage than frost as well. Not sure if there's supposed to be a specific reason for that. I mean, I guess they live in cold caves, so they're more resistant to cold inherently. I suppose that would make sense. Okay. There's clearly not a secret here. Everything in here is a bit dusty. The storeroom is unused. Okay. I mean, it is being used to store things. Not sure what you're talking about. Poison! Oh, awesome. Thanks. Thanks a lot. How much longer? Only a little bit? Okay. There. Poison no longer. Soft click, nothing happens. Oh, is that just to get back out? So maybe there is some sort of staircase in here somewhere. Wait, wrong button. Some way to go to a different floor. No. Who knows? Maybe it's just there for lore reasons, because it would make sense for there to be a path from the other side, you know? It's just more restoration that we don't need. Okay. Sure, let's check out these rooms. Probably just living quarters? Maybe not. Oh. Maybe more like the cells, the prison of this place. Speed burst. Yeah, I got rid of those. Because, well, everyone has a healthy supply of speed elixirs if we really need that. And that lasts so much longer. Huh. Okay, this leads to a different level. Yep. Sure enough, let's save that for later. Oh. Not cells, but more storerooms. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I should take a look in here, just to see what's what. You enter the central hall of Rentar-Ihrno's fortress. This is the core of Vanity power, the source of the monster plagues. The air is saturated with energy. It requires great effort just to move. The chamber is dominated by an enormous pit. It's almost 80 feet across. It's not there for decorative effect. You can see that its sides are covered with a slimy residue, as if huge alchemical reactions are carried out inside. Okay, so basically a gigantic cauldron. On the other side of the pit you see Rentar-Ihrno, leader and archmage of the Vanity, standing by a small pedestal. She stands tall and proud, wreathed in a glowing cloak of protective spells. She lifts up something round. You soon realize what it is. The head of a Vanity. Oh, Bon-Ihrno's head. Wow, holy crap. So, I guess this probably would have happened the same way even if I hadn't rested at his place and witnessed his murder. We can just assume that that would have happened either way. Wow. She calls out to you. I have here the head of your hidden benefactor, discovered at last. This was Bon-Ihrno, bringer of peace between our peoples. You protect those who stole our crystal souls, our honored ancestors from us. No, you're clearly misunderstanding the situation here, lady. But, I mean, we're past that kind of discussion, I guess. He protected you. You are all traitors. All of you must die, so our sacred vengeance may be attained. She stands there, shrouded by an impregnable shield of protective spells, waiting for you to fight her. Well, that seems like a bad idea, just to openly confront her. Although, I mean, it may be a situation like with... well, I mean, there were certainly similar situations in the Avernum series where it was technically possible to directly confront and fight Redbeard, even though it was clearly not the advised approach. I wonder if I'm trying to remember if the same was true with Emperor Hawthorne and Garzad. I think you actually had to fight those guys. Definitely the Emperor. Maybe Garzad at some point you had the option to fight him, even though it was not the best, not the smart approach. I wonder if that's the case here. You know what? That's what quick saves are for. Rentar-Ihrno looks up from the control panel at you. Through the smoke you can see a long line of Vanity guards behind her, ready for battle. The control panel is between you and her. She points at you. You are here at last. You have done much harm to my plans, risked everything, and only to prevent justice. Right. Did you order Bon-Ihrno killed? I did. I should have done it much earlier. He made us all weak about humans. Only I saw, even during the wars, that it must come to this. What is the justice in what you have done? The Empire stole and tortured the crystal souls. Now you fight alongside them. Humans helped humans, of course. And all this, of course, is after you humans took advantage of our rest to steal our land. Yet you still don't understand. I could have offered you a glorious future, if only you let me do my work. And what is this glorious future? I will ravage the surface. The Empire will fall into anarchy. A few million deaths will be adequate revenge. No. No, not at all. You absolute mad person. The humans that survive will be weak, hungry, and desperate. Then Avernum must leave the underworld. You can have the wastes above. I will leave it possible for you to survive there. Right. Thanks, but no thanks. Avernum has to leave the underworld? Of course. Don't you know why the Vanity sleep for centuries? The caves can only support so much life. Even with your magic, Avernum can't survive and grow forever. It is not a place for humans or Nephilim. But for Slitherikai, I guess? And if I don't like your plan, which is definitely 100% the case, you don't have a choice. It is not just for justice, but for the survival of the Vanatai. It is unavoidable. I mean, you've lost countless Vanatai in this stupid, pointless revenge campaign. You could have just happily stayed down there. We would have gone to the surface eventually, after having made our peace with the Empire, and left you well alone. Because I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of Evernights has no desire in, staying down there any longer than they have to. I mean, some people would probably choose to stay rather than return to the surface, but that should be negligible. I mean, yeah. Again, we're way past reason here, and she wants things to be this way, so whatever. I'll have to roll with it. There can never be true peace between us while we all struggle to survive in the caves. Yeah. I mean, again, that's entirely beside the point, but that's an interesting control panel you have there, changing the subject subtly. There can be no peace between Vanatai and humans. I mean, yeah, I disagree profoundly, but what if I leave here and allow you to destroy Valorim? No. I mean, it's interesting. I wonder if this is an option. Probably not. She's so pissed at us that she's not going to accept that, but your last chance, submit or die here. Yeah. I mean, just in the interest of getting some more dialogue out of her. There can be no peace between Vanatai and humans? Not as long as you live on our stolen lands. Not as long as you hunt us and prevent our revenge. Enough. I have too much to do. Too many to mourn. Guards, destroy the intruder. Okay, well, so much for more dialogue. Rentar-Ihrno ignores you as you approach. She's keeping a watchful eye on the pit in the middle of the chamber. The powerful beams you have channeled... I have channeled? I haven't channeled any beams yet. Huh. Funny. Does the game not acknowledge the fact? Or did the game not anticipate the case or the possibility that a player would not actually do what they're supposed to do first? Seems that way. Anyway, the powerful beams hum and spark below you, waiting to be utilized. She stands in front of her pedestal, stretching her hands in preparation for much spellcasting. With impeccable timing, the amulet Erika gave you begins to heat up and glow. You wince in pain as it sears your flesh. Thanks, Erika. Then it emits one final flash of blinding light and crumbles into dust. At first, you're disappointed, thinking that the Archmage Erika's powerful magic has failed her at last. Then you look up and realize that exactly the opposite has happened. Erika is now standing on the dais next to Rentar-Ihrno. Really? Huh. The lady herself, huh? Erika looks at Rentar-Ihrno with fury and contempt. You dare to trifle with Avernum, she says. You dare to threaten my home? Now, Vanatai, you will find out how a real mage fights. Rentar-Ihrno responds instantly, not with words, but with a searing bolt of flame. Erika parries it easily, and the two mightiest mages on the planet, as far as we know, immediately join in a battle of wizardry unlike any you've ever seen. As they trade mighty spells and counterspells, Rentar-Ihrno's pedestal sits unguarded. Nice. Okay, I mean, we haven't actually what's the word? God damn it. Sent any beams down here, but we'll see. As you reach the pedestal, the battle between Erika and Rentar-Ihrno is reaching a crescendo. Erika seems to be winning. Rentar's defenses are weakening, and Erika's spells are still as potent as they were when the duel began. However, Rentar-Ihrno was prepared. She has one final trick remaining. She flings the last magical bolt, but not at Erika. She launches it toward the ceiling. As it punches a hole through the roof, there is a deafening rumble from above. A crevasse appears in the mountain over you, a narrow, deep crevasse leading from the surface down to the Vanatai's enormous cavern. A single, pencil-thin shaft of light comes through the crevasse, and then through the hole in the roof, to strike Erika in the small of her back. Oh, she will die when struck by sunlight. Oh, wow. I mean, it seems extremely unlikely to open a hole in the ceiling through a literal mountain, precisely so that a single beam of sunlight would, get through and hit a specific spot, but okay, let's assume that's possible. Sure, it's a neat trick that I didn't see coming. Neither did Erica. Yeah, okay. The moment the light touches her, she bursts into flames. It happens far too quick for you to react. Or for her, unfortunately. She doesn't even have time to scream. In moments, there's nothing left of Erica but ashes. Wow. Legend had it that when Erica was banished to Avernum, she was cursed, so that the slightest touch of sunlight would slay her. Those legends were clearly true. You finally stand at the keep's main control panel, but only after paying the bitterest of costs. It is now up to you to make sure Erica's sacrifice was not in vain. I wonder if that is preventable. I mean, everything that's happening here, by the way, is still very much in the realm of uncertainty, because I really only wanted to see what happened, what was going to happen if I stupidly charged down Rentar-Ihrno. I was not expecting any of these elaborate endgame events to take place at all. I mean, I'm fully intending to just reload and actually do whatever I'm supposed to do with those energy beams, as suggested by Bon-Ihrno. I guess technically, I could have just not visited his hut and not talked to him at all, and never learned about that way to blow up the fortress. I mean, we'll see how this plays out. Erica sacrificed herself. I mean, she was in her... She did help us, but she had her own kind of madness, and she was definitely dangerous. If she ever decided to turn against the rest of Avernum, for example, or against anyone, really, they would have been screwed. So, in a way, it's kind of a good thing that she's no longer around. Even though, I mean, I didn't wish for this to happen to her, but it might be for the better, as cruel as it sounds. Anyway, okay. Porov. Galak A, R, K, and C, all H, of course. Thalen and Jens Brown. Refocus beams. Load slime compounds, you. Emergency beam seize. No, we don't want the beam to seize. We want to refocus the beams. The controls beep at you, nothing else happens. Oh no. Begin process? I mean, obviously we'll have to activate or make sure that all 4 beams are simultaneously active. That's what Bon-Ihrno told us. Or else this is not going to have an effect. I mean, this must mean beams A through C, I guess. A, R, K, and C. Does that mean anything? No. Not as far as I can tell. Nothing else happens. No. Load slime compounds? Okay, I mean, we were supposed to put the stuff in there, into the vats first, and then have all 4 beams simultaneously focused on the thing, and then start the process, which is then supposed to overload the entire thing. You press the button with a deafening roar, you hear the churning of tons of messy goop in the pit to the west. The nutritive slime is being mixed, frothed up, and sent coursing down massive pipes. The floor beneath your feet begins to vibrate, okay? And then we begin the process? No? Then we first refocus the beams? Okay, so you just do it in order. You press another button. A powerful humming noise comes from inside the pedestal. The power systems in the foundry below double, then triple in intensity. The controls grow very hot. You wrap up your fingers with a scrap of cloth before continuing. Thanks, Rentar-Ihrno, by the way, for just letting us do all this. I wonder if this is all just... if the game's just allowing this to happen because we were in combat mode and we're still in Rasluka's first turn. So technically no time at all has passed. Or, only seconds have passed for all this to happen. In seconds, all of the pent-up goo is released into the pit, pouring through the beams. The slime starts to change, writhing and taking shape. Creatures beyond description form in it, swim to the surface and dive down, never to be seen again. However, at this point there is nothing you can do but watch. The beam energy remains under control. There is a honking noise and all the activated slime drains away to be dumped into the chasm outside. You're back to square one. Yeah, because we did not activate all the beams. I wonder though why it doesn't say that only like 2 or 3 of the beams are active right now. Because obviously it seems like they're all in the same state of activation or whatever. Emergency beam seize? What's that do? You press the button. With a honking, blatting noise, you hear all of the energy beams in the halls below you deactivate themselves one at a time. The fiery lances of energy visible in the pit to the west fade away. The machinery below has been reset. You are at square one. Right. So maybe H is deactivated. Maybe none of the beams are actually active, which should mean that nothing would ever happen. With none of the beams hitting the slime, but what do I know? I mean, it's Vonatite technology. Obviously, I don't understand this. Okay, there's Rentar-Ihrno. There's her pet Eye-Beast and a pet Hawkeye. And a bunch of other Vonatite. Okay, I mean, this was all very interesting. Okay, you know what? I wanted to see what would happen if I just foolishly rushed her down. And she's actually not that tough? Huh. Okay. Well, that was poorly planned. I feel like if I play my cards right, I might be able to... Nah, never mind. That's not gonna work. Exile is not gonna get any extra rounds here. Although, I mean, okay. I'm gonna... guess this doesn't matter because I am going to reload after this, no matter what. Do this. Hopefully Thessia might get an extra action or two. Not really, though. Thing is, she won't get close enough to use her Divine Retribution, unfortunately. She could do... let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't want to kill Rasluka, though. You know what? Let's just do 1 then. Okay. Let's see if we can survive this first round. Okay, you strike Rentar-Ihrno with a series of powerful blows. Yeah, quite powerful. At first, you are hopeful. After so many victories, surely one elderly Vonatite will not be a challenge. But then, you watch in horror, her skin knits back together before... As you watch in horror, her skin knits back together before your eyes. Her wounds heal faster than you can deliver them. Really? I mean, I almost one-shot her. I wonder if... I mean, that must technically be possible, unless she is scripted to survive with 1 hit point. Anyway, her mouth twists in the rough Vonatite approximation of a smirk. You think I was never ready for this, Avernite? This is the seat of my power. Here, you can never slay me. Well, we'll see about that. She did heal a lot, but she didn't heal to full. Of course, that being said, I won't be able to reach her. Yeah. The knocking around is really problematic. I'm gonna start out with sure, why not? With an elixir. I really only need to worry about Rentar herself. I am dealing a ton of damage. She's so close. Ouch. One of your blows strikes Rentar-Ihrno. Yes. Actually, a couple. She sneers an unusually human display of emotion. You think this weak assault scares me? She points at you. Here is a warning. Submit now. You feel horribly dizzy. Stun resistance. Okay. She did heal for a lot. No! That was a lot of damage. I was afraid of something like that. I should have just quaffed a round of invulnerability elixirs, but oh well. I mean, that being said, 2, 3. Oh! Okay, she's invulnerable, or, you know, at least unkillable. Yeah, she's taking damage, but she's not actually taking damage. Screw you, you cheater. Thanks for resisting the charm, by the way. That would have been really bad. I mean, it doesn't look like this is actually winnable, unless something will change. Another attack hits Rentar-Ihrno. She's irritated. My patience is gone now. Die! She points at you. An icy feeling fills your chest. Okay. Dazed. Oh, come on. Yeah, Death Curse. That's what I was expecting, but it did not affect Rasluka. Of course, she has no way of actually reaching Rentar. Oh well, I guess I can slowly take out her minions and just stay invulnerable. Or I get terrified and, you know, run around aimlessly. That's fine as well. That's not just wasting everyone's time. 4 freaking turns. And she's gonna heal to full in the meantime. Yeah. I mean, up to now, different things have been happening. More messages. But if I had to guess, you probably have to damage Rentar-Ihrno below a certain threshold to trigger the next reaction, and maybe eventually she'll be so... either she'll have used up her power and will become vulnerable and killable, or maybe she'll grow so angry that she forgoes her carefulness. Oh, wait, what? Still terrified for 2 turns. This is... yeah, I don't know, this is not going anywhere. You know what? Let's reload, I guess. I could keep healing myself and prolonging this thing. Oh no, never mind. I'm actually charmed. Okay, so everyone's just skipping their turns now. There we go. I don't know, should I keep going? There's really no point whatsoever. Okay, sure. Yeah, she's... well, not healed to full, surprisingly. No, she is. Never mind. And she's clearly... oh, I'm actually out of invulnerability. Right. That explains why I'm suddenly taking damage again. I was gonna say, wow, if I'm taking this much damage despite being invulnerable, well, only taking 10% damage, then she must really be in enrage mode here. But clearly that's not the case. This is going for 5 more turns, wow. Isn't this... this is for... oh, only 8 turns. Wait, yes, the normal one is 5. I mean, I might as well. Charmed. Okay, well. Way to burn lots of charges here again. Really? Oh, okay. At least I can kill it that way. I wonder if it's worth trying to take out all of her minions. Terrified again, huh? Yeah, you know what? Screw this. This is just going nowhere at all, and we're almost at the end of the episode for, you know, no reason. Let's just not do that. Let's explore some more of this fortress here. Honestly, I had not been looking at the time at all, and I was not expecting to almost be at the 1 hour mark. So unfortunately, I guess we're not even going to focus. We're not even going to finish exploring this level here, minus the central hall. Let alone go to the underground and do the thing with the energy beams. I'll do just do some speedy looting. Okay, we cannot interact with these wisdom crystals or whatever they are. Again, with the energy refill. Energy flood pool thing. That's my rough translation of it, I guess. Energy flood pool thing? Fascinating. Rentar-Ihrno has built her keep over a small active volcanic vent, and she is magically channeling and harnessing its power. The hot magma bubbles up and is then channeled into pits, where its heat can power the infernal machinery below. Okay, let's smash that, if we can. Cannot reach. Huh. Indeed, you're completely cut off from everything. Well, not from my arrows, you're not. Bon-Ihrno. Alright. Maybe I'll make this a bit of a longer episode, and I mean, obviously, I have no choice at this point but to do this boss fight here. So, never mind. Okay, that works. At least I get 2 attacks in. You want to go here, kill that shaper. Not ideal. Do this. And then you damage that shaper. Again. Ensnared, okay, please don't kick me back. Thank you. Much appreciated. There's a... Why? Oh. Why did I expect her to have more than one action? I have no idea. No, come on. Well, okay. Oh, you're really damaged. How did that happen? Also, I guess the slime is resistant to frost, hence why I'm dealing so little damage to it. Sure, let's finish it off. Good now? Yes. Yes, we are. I guess it wasn't really much of a boss fight after all. Didn't even drop anything special. Okay. Can we just shut the whole thing down here? You suspect that this control panel has something to do with the operation or modulation of the powerful volcanic vents before you. However, the crystals on the panel are dark and the controls are frozen. Perhaps this panel was shut down when you invaded the fort. Until it is activated, it's useless. Oh. Okay, so there's a chance that we can reactivate the controls and then actually shut this down. Although, do we really want that though? I mean, we want a surplus of energy to flow into... Where was that? Maybe in one of the other rooms? Huh. Oh, yeah. Looks like probably here. Hello? Hello. Oh, there's a level up. Yeah, we want too much energy to flow into the central machinery to blow the place up, so shutting down the energy supply, while normally a good idea, might actually be not what we want to do here. But we'll see if the game even allows us to do anything about this. Pull the lever. Doing what? Okay, this is still shut down. Just pulling random levers without any immediately visible effects seems like a perfectly fine idea. Nothing that could potentially backfire horribly. Okay, there's another way down. We have reached the hour mark. I don't know, I kind of want to keep going. Maybe make this a bit longer to make up for this kind of unproductive episode there. There, perfect efficiency. Oh, hello, crocolisks. Okay, pasted. Well, not particularly helpful here. Trash pit. Battling testing room place. Oh. Guess they're in the middle of doing some battle testing. Bon-Ihrno. I'm not gonna use my adrenaline rush yet. Hoping that, you know what? No. Never mind. That did not quite work out. Okay, let's do some of this. And we can actually stand there and, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not reach this guy. I mean, someone else is gonna run up to her and prevent her from entering the room. Unless they're not? I mean, this guy is actually kind of blocking the path. The walls and floor of this room show the scars of many battles. The walls were burned by spells gone awry, and semi-fresh bloodstains and slime splatters and roach legs are everywhere. This is where newly designed monsters are brought to test their combat effectiveness. Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. Carefully navigating here. Nice. 1, 2, and the instructor, or I don't know, overseer, is dealt with. I mean, I guess I can do this. And then this. Not particularly effective or efficient use of my AoE spells, but who even cares? Okay. Okay, this thing is more resistant to magic than I expected. Let's burn that guy instead. Okay, and we get, for our troubles, not a whole lot. Okay, there's more mana refill. No, enduring armor. There we go. Okay, another staircase down. Also, did I ever finish that sentence and train of thought from before? So, yeah, even though we are at over an hour here, I kind of want to finish exploring this first floor, at least, so that we can then focus on the whatever is going to go on underground, and then maybe including the final combat / confrontation, depending on how long that all takes next time. Anyway, this room contains 2 stone platforms. Crystal souls are generally kept here in order to provide guidance to living Vanatai. However, the souls have been removed, probably in order to keep them from you. Not that I would have done anything to them. Would have just left them here. Like the immovable objects that they are. Let's go around the outside first. Completely missed this basilisk here in more ways than one. More ways than one. Wow. Demon Golem, hello. Alright. Some demon you were. Not even immune to fire. Wow, I am so disappointed. Worst demon ever. Huh? Or randomly wandering. Vanatai. Rentar-Ihrno's chambers. Ooh. Interesting. Could we possibly find something interesting in here that might help us against her? I mean, more likely, yeah. Oh, 16. Wait, we should be pretty close to that. Oh, please. Please tell me that we're just at the threshold. Wow. What were the odds? Not very good. I know that much. And do we get anything for it? Well, maybe? Another one of those. The case contains a velvet pad. There is a sword resting on it. It is old and tarnished, and shows the signs of having been shattered and reforged at least once. You aren't sure what this weapon is. Oh, could this be, like, Demon Slayer? You can sense that it is a blade of uncommon power. It is clearly of human make. Yep, that's definitely Demon Slayer. Wow, okay. Didn't expect to find this. Not that we really need it. I mean, the damage is fine. It would be... Honestly, it would be quite good. Huh, interesting. Extra damage to reptiles. Huh, that's new. Yeah, I think this would be as good as my current weapon with if it was blessed. But okay, no, never mind. It doesn't have the extra elemental damage, of course. 50% extra damage to reptiles. It's... I mean, why? Why not demons? Why reptiles? Resistances are nice. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be better for general purposes than my current weapon. No achievement for picking up Demon Slayer? I'm disappointed. Okay, get some more guys to deal with here. Differently colored shapers. Miss. Alright. Moving slowly. And you are dead. Okay, lots of stuff here. Good thing I made room for all this pointless loot. And another staircase down. Another corridor, and what is this? Room of reading. Ooh. Oh, this kind of reading, huh? Well, so long as these don't mess with my mind, there might be something interesting. Examine it more closely. Examine it more closely by pressing the right button. You peer into the crystal, trying to make sense of the schematics and plans moving by. They move too fast, blah blah, the crystal goes dark. Goes dark. And the final one, I wonder if it's always that one, or if it's always the last one you check. Eureka! The crystals are showing schematics of this keep. Below you is a massive vat, into which 4 energizing beams can be trained. Yes, we know that. Okay, so I guess this is redundancy for if you haven't talked to Bon-Ihrno. Anyway, the goo from which creatures are created can be poured through the beams using controls in Rentar-Ihrno's hall. You aren't able to tell much else from the crystal, except that using the controls to magically pour in chemical mix... when all 4 beams are directed into the pit has volatile results. Okay, chemical mix. Okay, very interesting. Then the crystal goes dark. Alright. I was kind of hoping for one last spell pedestal, treating me the highly sought after level 3 Cloak of Bolts, but oh well, no such luck. Clearly I missed it somewhere. Oh. Magical writing? Examine it. You peer inside and read an account of the killings of 2 miners near the Avernum town of New Formello. They stumbled upon a hidden Vannetai base and had to be killed. To keep the Vannetai plan secret, the base was destroyed. This explains a lot. Yes, I mean, we had figured out that much, pretty much. Oh. This room contains the starved bodies of 2 humans, both wearing rusted Empire armor. The Vannetai threw them in here and left them to starve, a grisly reminder of the fate of the fate that almost befell you. Oh yeah, I guess. That did almost happen to us, didn't it? I almost forgot. Okay, with that, we have been almost everywhere. I did not check this door for some reason. Okay. Wow. Looks like we have been everywhere. And we have plenty of paths to choose from. 2 different staircases and 2 different, well, other kinds of staircases to choose from. I guess we'll go with the closest one next time. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye bye.